predicting that Indiana Fever was a dead end, that nobody wanted to play there, and that Caitlin Clark wasn't pulling any top talent. She said it with her whole chest like she knew it was facts. Well, here we are. And guess what? Indiana just pulled off one of the biggest moves in WNBA free agency history. Big names, huge talent, game changers. And Sheryl? Stripped. Why did players choose to sign with the Fever? And most importantly, how did Sheryl Swoopes end up looking this wrong? But before we jump into the good stuff, take a quick second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. By joining our crew, you'll always be in the loop with the latest WNBA updates, expert takes, and breakdowns of big moves just like this. Don't miss out, we've got every angle covered. So hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive right in. First off, let's talk about Indiana's free agency masterclass. Indiana Fever just took free agency and flipped it on its head. They went shopping like they had tier difference-making athletes who could have signed anywhere. And they chose Indiana.
Indiana Fever are that golden destination, and I can't help but laugh. People online and the media commentators, unfortunately, who said that nobody wanted to play in Indiana.
But wait, didn't Sheryl Swoopes say this would never happen? Let's rewind a bit and really look at what went down. A few months ago, Sheryl Swoopes sat on a podcast, fully convinced that Indiana Fever was doomed. She didn't just speculate, she straight up declared that no serious free agent would touch Indiana with a 10-foot pole. She went on about locker room drama, a supposedly toxic culture, and how players were avoiding the Fever like they had a losing curse. She said it with so much confidence, like she had the final word on the matter.
There's a lot of other shit going on that players are like, this ain't where I want to be.
Over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On a Bonner.
If you told her a few months ago that elite free agents would be lining up to play for Indiana, she probably would have laughed. But the truth is, she misread the situation badly. The Fever isn't just surviving, they're thriving. And guess what? The reason why is crystal clear. And that brings us to the Caitlin Clark effect. Now let's get to the real reason behind all of this Caitlin Clark.
Like, no, but players who will be free agents next year, there's a lot of other shit going on that players are like, this ain't where I want to be.
She isn't just another rookie trying to make a name for herself. Why she chose Indiana, she gave it to us straight. Kelsey Mitchell played a big role in her decision, but also, she heard nothing but great things about Caitlin Clark from her Aces teammate, Kate Martin. That's right, players are coming to Indiana because of Clark's reputation as a competitor, a leader, and they're flocking to it, knowing that playing with Clark means being part of something historic. And let's not forget Clark's not even in her prime yet. Imagine what she's going to be doing in 3 to 5 years. That's scary. The Indiana Fever's projected starting five is stacked with talent, experience, and pure star power. Forward spot is DeWanna Bonner, a veteran who does it all. She's a clutch performer, a defensive powerhouse, and the kind of leader every championship team needs. Bonner brings playoff experience and her impact on the game. She didn't take shortcuts. She didn't ask for special treatment. She simply delivered. And now, whether the haters like it or not, she's the face of the WNBA. And she's just getting started. Indiana Fever isn't just making a run for the playoffs, they're making a statement. This is a team that isn't just here for a temporary glow-up. They're here to build something lasting. With Caitlin Clark at the helm and a roster stacked with talent, they're not just thinking about one championship. They're thinking about multiple banners hanging from the rafters. They're laying the ground up, and the momentum, unstoppable. When Caitlin Clark wins MVP in year 2, the meltdown from the old guard is going to be legendary. The excuses, the shifting narratives, the desperate attempts to downplay her impact, it's all going to be comedy gold. But no matter how loud the critics get, the results will speak for themselves. And if Sheryl Swoopes still refuses to say Caitlin's name, well, that silence is going to be deafening. Because at some point, when the wins keep piling up and the trophies start rolling in, even the biggest doubters will have no choice but to acknowledge the greatness unfolding before their eyes. The Indiana Fever aren't just here to participate, they're here to dominate, they're here to change the game. And if you're not on board yet, you might want to move aside because this train isn't stopping. And there you have it, folks. The Indiana Fever just flipped the WNBA on its head. And Sheryl Swoopes? Well, let's just say that silence is loud. Caitlin Clark and the squad are building something special, and the haters? They're just going to have to